Happy Thanksgiving. As families across the country come together to celebrate, it's a time for gratitude, warmth, and connection. But as we gather around the table, it's also important to stay aware of what's happening outside our doors. This year, millions of Americans are hitting the roads and airports to reunite with loved ones. However, a major weather event is brewing that could throw a wrench into travel plans for many, just as the holiday rush reaches its peak. Two powerful storm systems are on the move, threatening to bring a disruptive mix of heavy snow, soaking rain, and even severe thunderstorms to large portions of the country. These storms are expected to impact both urban centers and rural communities, making travel hazardous for everyone. A dramatic dip in the jet stream is allowing a surge of Arctic air to plunge southward, colliding with a stream of moisture from the Gulf. This volatile setup is fueling the development of these intense storms, setting the stage for a challenging holiday weekend. The first system is already making its presence felt in the Great Lakes region, where heavy snow and blizzard conditions are creating dangerous driving and whiteout scenarios. Residents and travelers in Michigan and surrounding states should be prepared for rapidly changing conditions. Hot on its heels, a second, even larger storm is set to develop over the plains. This system will intensify and sweep across the Midwest throughout the weekend, right as millions of people plan their return trips home after Thanksgiving festivities. Expect significant travel disruptions, with long lines at airports, delayed or canceled flights, and treacherous road conditions. If you're traveling, be prepared for possible detours and extended travel times. Temperatures will plunge well below average from the northern plains all the way to the east coast, bringing biting wind chills and a true taste of winter. Make sure to dress in layers and keep an emergency kit in your car if you're driving. This surge of cold air will trigger heavy lake-effect snow, especially downwind of the Great Lakes, and set the stage for widespread snowfall across the region. Accumulations could be significant, impacting both major cities and smaller towns. We'll break down the timing, snow zones, and severe weather threats in detail, so you can make informed decisions and plan ahead for a safe journey. Stay alert, keep checking your travel plans and local forecasts, and let's work together to make sure everyone gets to their destination safely this holiday weekend. Our immediate focus is the first storm, a powerful low-pressure system over the Great Lakes. Heavy snow is falling across Minnesota, Wisconsin, and especially Michigan's Upper Peninsula. Blizzard warnings are in effect, with whiteout conditions and near-zero visibility. Travel is extremely dangerous. Winds are gusting up to 50 mph, creating massive drifts and worsening conditions. If you're in the blizzard zone, stay home and let crews clear the roads. The storm is drawing moisture from the Great Lakes, supercharging snowfall totals. Rain is falling on the southern and eastern sides, while cold air turns precipitation to heavy, wet snow elsewhere. Expect slick, hazardous roads across the Great Lakes and into the Northeast. This storm marks an abrupt start to winter for millions, with the risk of power outages from heavy, wet snow and strong winds. Have an emergency kit ready and stay updated on changing conditions. This is a powerful reminder of how quickly winter weather can escalate. Let's talk snowfall totals. Lake-effect snow is in full swing, and the numbers are already impressive. This isn't your average winter storm. Lake-effect snow can dump huge amounts of snow in a matter of hours, transforming entire communities almost overnight. Some areas are already buried, with snow piling up faster than plows can keep up. For many, it's a winter wonderland, but for others, it's a major challenge just to get out the front door. Frigid air sweeping over the open waters of the Great Lakes is fueling these intense, narrow snowbands today and continuing into Friday. The contrast between the cold air and relatively warmer lake water creates the perfect setup for heavy, localized snowfall. The Upper Peninsula of Michigan and northern Wisconsin are right in the bullseye. Here, 1 to 2 feet of snow is likely, and in the hardest hit spots, totals could reach up to 3 feet. That's enough to bury cars, close schools, and bring daily life to a standstill. These crippling amounts will shut down entire communities, making roads impassable and turning digging out into a multi-day effort for residents and emergency crews alike. Western Michigan isn't escaping the snow either. Most areas can expect 3 to 6 inches, but where those persistent snowbands set up, totals could climb to 1.5 feet or more, especially near the lakeshore. Downwind of Lake Erie and Lake Ontario, including cities like Buffalo and Erie, 3 to 12 inches are expected, but the most intense bands could push some neighborhoods well above a foot. Lake-effect snow is notoriously unpredictable and highly variable. One minute you have clear skies, and the next you're in a blinding whiteout. Conditions can change in the blink of an eye. Travel is treacherous. Roads can go from wet to snow-covered and icy in minutes. Be prepared for rapidly changing and hazardous conditions, especially if you're driving through snowbands. Keep your gas tank full, pack an emergency kit with blankets, food and water, and always check the latest radar and weather alerts before heading out. It's better to be safe than stranded. These intense snowbands can make travel nearly impossible in the hardest-hit areas, leading to road closures, stranded vehicles, and dangerous situations for anyone caught off guard. The best advice? Stay safe, stay indoors, and avoid unnecessary trips until the snow subsides and conditions improve. Let the plows do their work, and keep yourself and your loved ones out of harm's way. As the first storm winds down, attention shifts west to a larger winter storm developing Friday night. This system will emerge from the Rockies, organize over the northern plains, and sweep across the Midwest on Saturday. Heavy snow is expected along a major corridor, impacting millions during peak holiday travel. Cities like St. Louis, Chicago, Indianapolis, and Detroit are in the storm's path. Major highways and airports could see significant delays and hazardous conditions. The storm will pull Gulf moisture into cold air, producing widespread moderate to heavy snow. Unlike the localized lake-effect snow, this will be a far-reaching event. Saturday is one of the busiest travel days of the year. Timing couldn't be worse. If you can, adjust your travel plans. Leave Friday before the storm, or wait until Monday. Monitor forecasts closely for your specific route. Flexibility could save you from major travel headaches. Here's a detailed look at the timing for this weekend's powerful winter storm, so you can plan your travels and stay safe. Understanding when and where the snow will hit hardest is crucial for anyone with weekend plans, whether you're driving, flying, or just trying to get around town. Snow is expected to begin falling Friday evening across Minnesota and Iowa, with the first flakes arriving just as the sun sets. As the night progresses, the snowfall will intensify, quickly coating roads, sidewalks, and rooftops. By late Friday night, travel could already become tricky in these areas. By early Saturday morning, moderate to heavy snow will have spread into Illinois, Iowa, Missouri, Wisconsin, and Minnesota. Roads will be slick and visibility reduced, making morning commutes and weekend errands hazardous. If you need to be out early, allow extra time and drive with caution. Cities like Chicago and St. Louis could wake up to a fresh, thick blanket of snow, with cars and streets buried under several inches. Shoveling and snow removal will be a morning priority for many residents. The storm will reach its peak intensity Saturday afternoon and evening, dumping the heaviest snow over Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, and Michigan. Blowing winds will create drifts and further reduce visibility, making travel especially dangerous during this period. Chicago is right in the crosshairs for both heavy snow and gusty winds. Major travel disruptions are likely, with highways, city streets, and public transit all affected. If you can, avoid travel during the height of the storm. As Saturday night turns into Sunday, the snow shifts eastward into Michigan, New York, Pennsylvania, and New England. The storm will continue to impact these regions through Sunday morning, bringing fresh rounds of snow and wind. Travel headaches will move from the Midwest to the East Coast, with major airports like Detroit, Cleveland, Buffalo, and Boston likely facing significant delays and cancellations. If you're flying, check your flight status frequently and prepare for possible changes. Widespread snow totals of 6 to 12 inches are expected from Iowa all the way to the northeast, with some areas possibly seeing even higher amounts. Rural roads and highways could become impassable in spots. This is shaping up to be a major travel stopper. Expect significant delays, detours, and even road closures. Make sure you have backup options and stay flexible with your plans. Stay ahead of the storm by checking the latest weather updates and road conditions before you head out. Use weather apps and local news to track the storm's progress in real time. Flexibility and preparation are key to a safe journey. Pack an emergency kit, dress warmly, and be ready to change your plans if conditions worsen. Your safety is the top priority this weekend. While snow and cold dominate the north, the southern side of the storm brings a different threat. severe thunderstorms. On Saturday afternoon and evening, parts of Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, and southern Missouri face a risk of damaging winds, large hail, and isolated tornadoes. The clash of warm, humid air with the cold front will trigger fast-developing storms. Travelers on southern routes could encounter intense downpours and dangerous winds. If a severe thunderstorm warning is issued, seek shelter immediately. Don't wait it out in your car. Have a weather app or radio for timely alerts. This storm system brings a true clash of seasons: blizzard to the north, severe storms to the south. Stay weather aware if your plans take you through the southern plains or lower Mississippi Valley. The other big story: bitter cold sweeping across the country. A powerful cold front will drop temperatures 10-20 degrees below average for late November, just in time for Thanksgiving and the weekend. Highs will struggle to reach the 20s and 30s in the Midwest and northern plains, with even Florida dipping into the 30s and 40s at night. A second blast of Arctic air arrives Sunday, bringing the coldest temperatures of the season for many. This frigid air will linger into early next week, keeping roads icy and increasing the risk of frostbite and hypothermia. Heating systems will be strained. Check on elderly neighbors and make sure everyone has a warm place to stay. Any snow that falls will stick around, prolonging hazardous conditions. Bundle up, limit time outdoors, and be prepared for a true taste of winter. The wintry chill is here to stay well past the holiday weekend. Looking ahead, another storm system could develop early next week, continuing this active pattern. Models suggest wintry precipitation may impact areas from Texas through the Ohio Valley and into the Northeast. This could mean the first significant snow or ice event of the season for regions less accustomed to winter weather. Even light ice can make travel treacherous and cause power outages. It's too early for exact details, but the potential for disruption is real. Stay tuned for updates as the weekend storm passes and the forecast becomes clearer. Anyone with Monday or Tuesday travel plans should check the latest forecast before heading out. What does all this mean for you? Preparation is key. Stay informed with trusted weather sources and check your travel plans frequently. If you're flying, expect delays, especially Saturday and Sunday in the Midwest and Northeast. If you're driving, make sure your vehicle is winter ready and pack an emergency kit with blankets, snacks, and a phone charger. Dress in warm layers and let someone know your route and ETA. Give snowplows and emergency crews plenty of space. The most important thing is to get to your destination safely. A little patience and preparation go a long way. The weather will be a challenge, but smart choices will help you navigate it. From all of us, have a safe and happy Thanksgiving.